Good afternoon, SLAE family. I am here on a Tuesday with you, and this will no doubt be one of the most difficult interviews I've ever done. I had the pleasure of meeting this incredible woman, Natalie, at a Bible study, and I will tell you, she is strong, she is powerful, and has been through every parent's worst nightmare, and is just an incredible human being with so much compassion, so much strength, and a commitment to turn a tragedy into something positive. So I don't even know where to start today, but to introduce you. So our special guest today, she is here from the Maryland area with me. It's Natalie Backish. So Natalie, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me today. Really a pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you here. And Natalie, I know that we're going to talk about your son and the tragic and very unexpected loss you went through, and also how we can kind of come together to help you. But I think the best way to start, if you're okay with it, I'd love to have you just share a little bit about your son and honor him and, who he was for you.
Yes. So our son, his name is Garrett, and we live in the Hereford zone in Maryland, and he went to Hereford High School, and he played lacrosse for a long, long time. My husband is a huge lacrosse fan, addict, whatever you want to say, and everybody in the house plays lacrosse except for me. So our son was able to secure a lacrosse scholarship. He went to lots of different colleges, and he fell in love with Coker University in Hartsville, South Carolina. And unbeknownst to him, he and his best friend had signed up to go to the same college on the same weekend, and realized just a couple days before that they were both going to the same place. So we were really excited to get, half off his tuition, and it was a cute little town, and the people were really nice. And we were super excited to have a child go to college and, get a degree. He wanted to be a U.S. Marshal, and my husband and I are both in law enforcement, and also a member of the Maryland Air National Guard. And we have been in law enforcement for both of us over 25 years, and in the Guard for over 28 years. So we send our son off to college. He comes home for Christmas break. We go get our Christmas tree. We're laughing in the back of the truck because our son's literally driving us, our little boy that, you raise as a little child who's going to college now, and he's driving the truck. We go home, put up the Christmas tree. We have a wonderful Christmas. And then a few weeks later, we send him back to college. He drove back down to South Carolina. And my husband literally talked to him every day. They were like best friends. And we get this horrible phone call January 26th of 2020 at 2:00 in the morning from his best friend saying that Garrett had been shot in a mass shooting. And there were 6 people shot that night, and 3 people died. And we just jumped in the car. They called and told us that they were sending him to a trauma center. So we were hopeful that we could get there, and we got there, and the doctor told us that he had suffered a fatal blow and that there was nothing they could do. So we got there in time to be with him for 3 days before he passed. And I'm sure everybody can imagine it's every parent's worst nightmare to go through anything like this. But literally, I just wanted to do something incredible to honor our son. He was a great kid. He's a great brother. We just absolutely adored him. And living through this is unfathomable. So we started up a foundation, and we are going to build a stadium at Coker University in his name. And we are avidly doing fundraisers all the time while we both still work and raise our other 2 children that are still at home.
So thank you for sharing this. And I can't even imagine. And thank you and your husband for your service, both in the Guard and in law enforcement as well. I mean, for you to spend your life giving and have a loss like this is unfathomable, as you said. So you're going to do something positive out of this, and go ahead and, build a stadium. But I just want to say, for people who have experienced loss, not only are you going to honor your son, but you're going to inspire other people that they can find a way to make something positive or find a way to get through it. And I think that that's an incredible gift to other parents that you're providing to. And I don't want you to even miss that out because you're focused on what you're doing for him, but what you're doing will be even bigger than that as well.
Yes. So we knew we wanted to do something. Of course, the typical thing is to do, the scholarships, but we were contacted by our son's coach a couple months afterward, and he told us that there was a family that wanted to donate a large sum of money in our son's name, and they wanted to build something at the university with his name on it. And originally we were thinking about a field house at the at Coke University, but unfortunately, when we flew down to speak to them, they said they didn't have the land available to do that. But we were eventually able to come up with an idea of building a stadium that's going to hold 400 people. It's going to be ADA compliant. They're going to do a beautiful walkway. And so we're just waiting to get the rendition for that. And so we are just avidly, we're just avidly fundraising, doing everything we can do. We've done several fundraisers at Copper Mine Lacrosse, doing lacrosse tournaments in his name, selling t-shirts, just wristbands, just everything you could think of. So right now we have a fundraiser going where we're selling Pappy Van Winkle. It's 15 years for $10 a ticket. And that has been incredible. We've sold over 750 tickets just for that raffle. And we're going to do a live Facebook drawing at High Tops in Timonium, Maryland on Garrett's birthday. We're going to celebrate his 22nd birthday, which is April 11th. And that's from 4 to 9. And High Tops is going to give us 20% of the proceeds of everyone that comes. Plus, we're going to have silent auction items to auction off and hopefully make more money. And then we have a cornhole tournament that Saturday, April 15th at Copper Mine Four Seasons as well. So it's just been absolutely incredible. I honestly didn't cook for like 6 weeks after this happened. The Hereford community and all the lacrosse community was absolutely, I can't even tell you, it was just, they just surrounded us with their love and brought us dinners and the flowers and, the texts and the calls and the visits were just incredible. And people still continue to reach out to us and support us. And we just take it all in because what else can you do? I can't imagine being any other way. When we got to the hospital, the nurse, they wouldn't let anybody in his room. And there was about, 80 to 100 kids from the college at the hospital. And I said, absolutely, Garrett would want you in his room. If you're here to support Garrett, then go in the room. Absolutely. I couldn't shun them away. I couldn't be selfish and just take it all for myself or our family. I just thought, if Garrett loves you, then I love you. And let's just all be together and get through this. And it's just been incredible. It's just been an incredible journey that I never wanted to be a part of, but here I am. So I'm trying to make the best of it. So I wake up every day and I say, I don't want to be me. So I just don't want to be me, but I am me. So I just have to deal with it. And this is the best way that I can deal with it.
You're remarkable. I will tell you that. So if somebody would like to contact you, support you, let's go through a couple different things. This will be in the Facebook group and end up later on the YouTube channel. So for the Facebook group, you are in here and you have it under your maiden name, I believe, if you want to share that in case somebody wants to comment or reach you.
It's Natalie, and the last name is Savino, Savino. It's a nice Sicilian name.
And so they can comment or reach you there. And
Yes.
then if somebody wants to leave a comment on the YouTube, we'll make sure that you see that as well. And then supporting you. Now you mentioned a few events for people who are in driving distance of Maryland. One of them was April 11th, and that was High Tops. Can you repeat that once more?
Yes, that's at High Tops in Timonium. Maryland, and it's from 4 to 9. And the High Tops is donating a gift basket, and they're also going to give us 20% of the proceeds that night. And then the 15th, we are doing a cornhole tournament. My son's friend contacted me several months ago, and he said, Miss Natalie, he said, I don't know if you heard or not. He said, but I wrecked my truck. I went through a brick building. And he said, I was wearing Garrett's shirt. And he said, I swear he saved me. And he says, I want to do something to honor him. So I'm going to put together a cornhole tournament. So I'm so proud of this kid for having the courage to set this all up and to help us in our endeavors. He's been a great kid. He's been over here, tons of times and having a great time, and grew up with Garrett. And so I'm just really, really proud of that kid to put this cornhole tournament together. And I'm really excited to have some help. So
It's
it's
awesome.
a lot of work when you're still working full time. And when you do, military, it's just once a month and 2 weeks a year, but sometimes it's just a little more demanding than that. And, the typical cooking and cleaning and etc., it just gets to be a lot, but God always gives you time. Somehow you always find time to just get it accomplished. So
Yeah.
thankful for that.
And then for people who they either cannot attend the event, or maybe they're not local, we have people who will see this that are not in the driving distance, etc. You have a website where people could go and donate, correct? Can you share that with everyone?
Yes, it is the Garrett Backish Foundation. And if you just Google it, it's we started it with the Central Carolina Community Foundation down in South Carolina, and they've been incredible. It's all 501c3 nonprofit, and we're just hoping to, I think we're at about 130,000 right now. And originally we were told that our goal was around 200, and we just got a new estimate of $264,000. So I'm trying everything I can to finish raising this money. I think the college is going to go ahead and build the facility, and then we're just going to sign a contract and have to owe them the rest of the money. So I think that's how it's going to happen. And we're just looking for any ideas of anybody that can help and get this accomplished. So we just want to make Coker a great place. It is a great place for kids to go to college. And after our son passed, they sent the whole lacrosse team up to attend his services all the way from South Carolina. Wow. And it's just like, for them to do that was very honorable and just unbelievable, to put all those kids up in a hotel and drive all the way up here. So it's just been incredible the lengths that people will go through to honor your child. And that just means the world to any parent, I would think.
So people, if people want to support you, they can donate. And look, I'll just go out and say this, Natalie, if you don't mind, but don't worry about how much it is. They're halfway to their goal.
I don't care if it's $5.
Yeah, $5, it shows some love, and it's, something, anything that you can do. And then I just have a question, and I hadn't asked you this before, but you're doing silent auctions and things like that. If there's anybody who are there things that people can contribute or help with in terms of that, or are there other ways that people can help you too?
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to do some silent auction items at High Tops, and whatever we don't get a minimum bid on, we're going to use it for the fundraiser for the cornhole. But we're also setting up a bull roast, and I think it's going to be a bull and oyster roast in Anne Arundel County on July 15th. And I can get you more information for that. I can, post it on my webpage. But we also have Garrett Backish has his own foundation Facebook page as well. So people can look it up on there, and I'll make sure I post that information as well. I forgot about that. But and we're still looking, we're going to probably need stuff donated for the bull and oyster roast. And then we're looking next spring to do a giant golf tournament. So
excellent. So if anybody has something to donate or a fundraising idea, they can post it in the comments, and maybe, you know, we can do that too, or if you've got $5 or if you got something else or anything that you can do to help
Yes.
Natalie would be amazing.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. The initial contribution from his friend was $50,000. It was incredible when the coach called us and told us that. I think I literally cried for 2 weeks. I was like, my son's life matters. You know, it really mattered to one of his best friends, and we had no clue they were going to donate that kind of money. It was just absolutely incredible, and they put that right in his foundation, and we've just been adding to it ever since. So, you know, and we just continue to strive every day until we reach our goal.
Well,
But it's
thank
very
you.
therapeutic.
I'm gonna jump on and donate. Anybody who can do anything, you know, financially it helps, but I think also support and
Yes.
and honor is a lot. And thank you, Natalie, for everything you
Yes.
do. It's
And anybody, yeah, that's gone through this, please contact me, you know, and if you are looking at colleges, please make sure the area is safe and, you know, follow your sixth sense. Follow your sixth sense. I would say that for sure. And good luck on your endeavors.
Thank you, Natalie, from the bottom of my heart for being here. And if we can come together as a community, anything that you guys could do to support her would be amazing. So
Yes.
thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Okay, you have a
Thank you.
great day. Okay, everyone,
Bye.
have a good evening.